I know I've said it before, but the beautiful thing about code is there's a million different ways to perform the same thing. We're going to create basically the same application functionality, but we're going to do it totally differently. Let's take a look. So we have our window. Let's go ahead and give it an ID of root. Now we're going to make our rectangle. Let's give it an ID of box. Again, we're pretty much rebuilding this whole thing here. I'm going to say color. Start off with, it's going to be red. Width 100, height 100. And let's go ahead and put this in our XY coordinate that we want. And we're going to put this at we're going to make our mouse area. Go ahead and fill our parent. There we go. And let's go ahead and let's make some functions. First one I'm going to do is I'm going to actually say swap color, and I'm going to put this right in the rectangle itself. And I'm just going to say function swap color. There we go. Return, and we're going to say area dot, did you catch that? Area is down here, but we can access it up here. So what's going on is whenever we have an ID, there's an invisible table up here that adds all the IDs up here. It does that so you can access those components anywhere in the QML document. It doesn't have to be on top of each other. Very, very cool. All right, so area pressed. And then we're just going to do our operator orange, or it's going to be gray. So now we've got this little function called swap color, and we need a place to put it. We're going to do it right here. Save and run. No. When we click it, it changes color. So our function's actually working. That is extremely cool. And because now we can put functions right in the property, well, you guessed it, we can just make this infinitely easier or more complex. Unfortunately, it's really on us to determine how we want to do that. Let's go ahead and let's make an external function. Now, when I say external, it's actually external from this rectangle. And I'm going to say perform click. And let's go ahead and say box color equal green. Going to take this guy, go down to this mouse area. Place your bets, place your bets. Do you think it's going to work? Save run. It did. So what's happening there is when we create this, this also is above, so it can access it. Let's actually take this and put it underneath. Now, will it run? Knowing that scope is from top down, perform click has not even been defined yet. Let's take a look. It works. So you could do it that way. You could also, and I want to almost call this the preferred way, put it inside of an item. Call it code. And let's actually change this around. So we're going to actually implement the signal handler here. And this is pretty much the same code we had last time. So I'm going to say var max equals root dot width minus box dot width. Remember, if you switch those around and do height, it's not actually a syntax error, so it's not going to catch it. And we're going to say box dot x equals now we can just simply go code dot perform click. And that's how we'd call it inside of this item. So really we're just calling it inside of another object altogether. Save and run, and it works. Big takeaway from this video is once you start introducing the concept of functions and JavaScript and all of the complexities with it, you can make this as simple or as complex as you want to. And it's actually quite common that someone will email me and go, well, how do I make this work? And they send me some gigantic JavaScript file where it's like trying to calculate the position of the sun, moon, and stars, and all they need is something like this.